Yoga Quickie here. I'm going to work for about 15 to 20 minutes. Just make the body feel good. That's what it's all about. Bring your big toes to touch for child's pose. You can separate the knees in your child's pose, Balasana, or you can bring your knees together. And that'll support your low back a little bit more, but let the hips go to the heels. Start to walk the hands forward. Settle the chest down. And just let the forehead rest on a block or the mat. Maybe it's your nose or chin that touches. And then just connect here to this space in your body here, your breath. Breathing in through the nose and releasing it out of the nose. Feel all of your fingertips press into the mat. Maybe you even teepee those hands, lifting the forearms and the heels of the hands off the mat. Feel that sensation in your upper back. And then maybe lowering the heels and the elbows back down if you have them raised. Press into your finger pads, the knuckles. Spread the fingers wide here. And those deep belly breaths. Notice the belly rise with the inhale as it fills up with air. And notice the flattening, the release on the exhale. And the next breath in, start to lift the hips. Walk the hands back in and find your tabletop position. Exhale, just let it all go. Take any movement that feels good here. So maybe it's a rocking side to side or a circular motion pressing into the balls of your feet. And then if you're circling, just take it in that opposite direction. Start to pull the belly in here. Notice the muscles in your midsection. Engage, tighten them up. Finding that stillness, neutral spine here. So your knees are right underneath your hips and the wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Take an inhaling breath here, find your cow pose. The belly's gonna dip, the tailbone rises, start to gaze forward, maybe out in front of you. Exhale for cat as you round and tuck, chin to chest. Press the mat away. Breathe in, take it into cow. Feel the shoulders pull back away from the ears. And then exhale, round, really press away. Feel that protraction in your shoulder blades. Take it for one more round here. Breathe in. And let it go. We'll come back to that neutral spine. Tabletop position. Step your left foot to the back of the mat. Keep the toes on the mat here and just take some ankle circles in one direction. Roll it out. And then take it in that opposite direction. And then lifting that left foot off of the mat, press the foot towards the back wall behind you. Keep the belly pulled in, so no sink in the low back. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Start to sweep that left leg out to the side. Keep a flex in that foot, and then lower that left foot so it's in line with your right knee. Press the sole of the foot on the floor and start to walk the hands back. Inhale as you rise up, stretch up. Arms reach high, shoulders over hips here. Exhale for gate posture. Left hand is light on that left leg. Start to walk it towards your left toes, right arm up and over. Breathe in as you rise up and lengthen. Breathe out, find that gate pose, side body stretch. Pull your right shoulder back here. And breathe in as you start to rise up, both arms high. Breathe out, right hand to your hip, or you can set it down on the mat. Exhale as you lean over with the left fingers. Feel the energy running along that side body here. Breathe in to lift up. Breathe out, reach it over again. Breathe in, both arms lift high. Breathe out, lower those hands down to the mat. Bring your left knee back to meet the right. And let's sit that right foot to the back of the mat. Keep the toes touching and just find those ankle circles in one direction. And then in that opposite direction, keep the belly pulled in here. So nice flat back. Finding stillness and then lifting that right foot up off the mat. Toes are dialed down. Right hip down in line with the left here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Keep the gaze right out in front of those fingertips so the neck is long. Take another inhale here, and on the exhale, start to sweep that right foot out to the right side. Toes are flexed towards the front of the room, and you softly plant that right foot down. Walk the hands back, inhale to rise up, lift up. Exhale, gate on this side, right hand nice and light, left arm up and over, pulling that left shoulder back here. Breathe in finally, lift up just a little, and breathe out, take it a little deeper. Breathe in, both arms up. And breathe out, find it on the other side. Left hand to the hip or down to the floor. Right arm up and over. Let your gaze go where it's comfortable. Maybe you keep it down. Breathe in as you lift up. Breathe out, find that stretch again. Or maybe you look over that right shoulder. And breathe in, both arms high. Breathe out, lower the hands down. Right knee comes back to meet the left. Let's walk those hands forward about one hand print. Let the wrist creases line up with the top of your mat here. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, and it's downward facing dog. So finding that upside down V, pedaling out the feet here, left to right. And gaze to those big toes. And maybe a nod, a shake of the head. Yes and no. Feel that little protraction again in your shoulder blades. So think cat pose. Let both heels press down towards the mat. Maybe there's a soft bend in the knees to lift the tailbone. Keep that spine long. Inhale to rise up high onto your toes. Exhale, lower the heels towards the mat. They don't have to touch. Breathe in as you lift them high. And breathe out, start to lower them down. On the inhale, send your left leg high to the sky. Three-leg dog. On the exhale, step it through in between your thumbs. Lower that right knee down. Let the top of the right foot press down as well. And then as you breathe in, lift the arms up, squaring off your hips here. Breathe out, soften the shoulders. And just take a couple rounds of breath here. So think about having your hips squared here. That left hip draws back a little and the right hip presses forward. Left knee is right over your ankle, so there's that 90-degree bend. Arms can always stay up in your low lunge. They can come to heart center or maybe to your hips, whatever's better for your shoulders. Pull the belly in, feeling that stretch in the front of the right thigh. Now we all draw hands to the heart, inhaling breath. Exhale, take a little twist, right elbow to that left thigh. Keep pressing that left hand into the right, nice and firm. Breathe in, draw back to center. Let the right hand plant to the inside of your left foot, maybe on a block. Breathe out for that closed twist, left arm goes high. Start to sweep that left arm towards the back wall, inhaling breath. And exhale, keep it reaching back, straighten into that left leg so you're in your half split. Inhale as you rebend that leg, sweep that arm down by your body, take it forward, take it back up. Exhaling breath, we take it to the back wall and straighten for half split. Breathe in to rebend, sweep the arm forward. Breathe out, sweep it back, straighten that leg. Let's take it one more time. Inhale to come forward and exhale. Take it back. Now keep that left leg straight. Let your left hand come to the outside of your left foot, maybe to a block as well. Frame that left foot. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale to lengthen through the crown of the head. Keep that length in your spine as you exhale to fold. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, fold. Rebend into that left leg. Tuck the toes on the back foot. Lift the kneecap. Let the fingertips dangle on the floor. Maybe you stretch them forward, runner's lunge, biceps by the ears. But keep a strong back leg for 3, 2, 1. Lower the hands down, lower the right knee. Left knee goes back to meet the right. Take a couple rounds of your cat-cow here. Inhale for that cow pose. And exhale. For cat, maybe you press into the tops of the feet this time on your cat-cows if you had your toes tucked on the last round. Breathe in and breathe out. One more full round. And then let's tuck the toes, lift the knees an inch off of the mat, crouching tiger pose. Pull the belly in here for 5, 4, keep pressing away. 3, 2, 1, lift the hips down, dog. Maybe walking the feet back just a little to find your length that you need here this morning in your down dog. Keep that tailbone lifted high to the sky, any movement that you choose here. And then finding stillness, breathe in, the right leg sweeps behind you. Doesn't matter how high it goes, try to keep the hips square. Exhale, step the right foot through in between those thumbs. Lower that left knee down, top of the left foot plants as well. And then rise those arms high. Inhale, lift up, lengthen. Exhale, soften those shoulders just a touch. Again, finding that left hip drawing forward and the right hip pulling back just a little. So your left glute is nice and strong. You feel that stretch here in the front of your left thigh. Press in really strong with the top of that left foot, and that'll give you a little more of a stretch in your hip flexor. Breathe in, hands to the heart if they're not already there. Breathe out for a twist. Left elbow hooks to the outside of that right thigh. Press in strong with your right hand here. Breathe in, draw back to center. Left hand plants to the inside of the right foot. Exhale for that closed twist. Right arm goes high. Again, using those blocks if you choose. Stack that right shoulder over the left. Breathe in as you lift up through the fingers. And breathe out, start to sweep that left or right arm towards the wall behind you. Straighten into that right leg. Inhale as you rebend. Sweep that right arm down and forward. Exhale, start to take it back. Straighten into that right leg. 2 more times. Inhale, we draw forward. Exhale, take it back. And then last one, sweep it forward. Take it back. We'll stay with that right arm reaching to the back wall. Keep the right leg straight. And then start to lower that right hand to frame the right foot as well. So we're in that half split. Breathe in, find length through the crown of the head. Pull the shoulders back away from the ears. And exhale, keep that length as you fold. One more time. Breathe in here. And breathe out. Let it go. Start to rebend into that right leg. Tuck the toes in the back foot. Lift the knee, that runner's lunge. So the fingers can dangle. Or you can stretch them forward, biceps by the ears. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hands to frame the front foot. Let the left foot step forward to meet the right and just take a forward fold, top of the mat. Bend into the knees as much as you need to. Let it all go. Breathe in, lift halfway. So your spine should be parallel with the floor. Bring the hands to the shins if you choose. Shoulders draw back away from the ears. And exhale to fold down, release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Protect the low back. And then exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Left foot joins it. Find your high plank pose here. You can always tap your knees down if you choose, but the tailbone stays tucked under. Shoulders right over the wrist. Really press the mat away. So the spine is nice and long here. For 3, 2, and 1. We all tap the knees down if they're not already there. Keep the tailbone tucked and lower your chest in between those thumbs, coming all the way down. Let's stretch that right arm out to the side. So we want that elbow in line with our shoulder, palm pressing into the mat. Take an inhale here, and on the exhale, start to walk that left hand in. Use the fingertips to press, lift up, and roll onto that right hip. Right temple comes down to the mat. Maybe the left leg swings behind you. And feel that stretch in the front of your right shoulder and in your chest. And remember, you're never rolling to the point of pain, never pushing past where you need to be in any of these poses. Just learning to tune into your body and the cues and what it needs. It's so important. And you'll know where to go, staying with that breath and that body connection. Take one more round of breath here. Then we start to draw back through center. We'll just extend that left arm out this time. Elbow in line with that shoulder. Again, just press your palm right on the floor. Take an inhale here. Let the left temple plant start to walk the right hand back in. And on the exhale, roll onto the left hip. Maybe that right leg swings behind you. It can just stretch out to the back of the mat. Stack it right on top of the left leg. In yoga, there's really no right or wrong. If it's not harming you, if it's good for you, if it's honoring you, your body, where you're at that moment and in that breath, then it's right for you. It doesn't have to be what you think it should be or what it was last time or what the instructor is cueing for you. It's your journey, your choice. Good 2 breaths here. And then just start to roll back through center. And we're going to interlace those fingers behind our low back here. So separate your feet about hip distance. Press the tops of feet into the mat. Start to sweep those arms around, interlace those fingers. Keep the chin on the mat here. Start to press the heels of the hands together. Start to puff the chest. Walk the hands down your legs. Deep breath in as the shoulders start to pull back. And breathe out as you press in strong to the tops of the feet. Lift the chest up. Keep the gaze down. Keep walking the hands down the backs of your thighs and keep squeezing those glutes for 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly start to lower down. Let your right temple come down to the mat. Hands can come by your shoulders. Draw the heels to glutes, bend the legs, and just a little windshield wiper side to side. We'll do that one more round here. Extending those legs to the back of the mat, press into the tops of feet. Sweep the arms behind, interlace. If you put a certain thumb on top last time, go ahead and switch that. Take a breath in, start to walk the hands down. Breathe out as you start to lift up. Press in strong again with those feet. Strong in the glutes for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower left temple down. Let the fingers come light under the shoulders. Bend the legs. Heels to glutes and take a little windshield wiper side to side. Plant the hands right underneath the shoulders. Lower the toes back to the back of the mat. Press up to those knees. Tabletop position. And we'll just come down onto our bottom, sending our legs towards the front of the room here. So just settling down onto our hips. Have the blocks near you, just in case you want to use some staff pose here. In staff pose, I have short arms, so I like the blocks. You can always make fists though. If you have short arms like me and you need to press into the floor, I like to press my palms into the blocks. So I'm just going to place them right next to my hips. But your palms can press into the floor, into the blocks, or you can make those fists. The goal here is to sit up nice and tall. So really flexing into those feet. Feel the quads, engage here. Press into the hands, sit up nice and tall. Breathe in. And breathe out, keep the belly pulled in. So this is a really good pose for your posture. And a lot of us that maybe sit all day at a desk, at work, you can really benefit from this one. Close the eyes if you choose. We're going to go for 5 more breaths. Two more. And then last one. And slowly start to release out of it. Interlace those fingers together. Just make a little fist and find some wrist rotations in one direction. And then rotate them in the opposite direction. All right, let's bring that left leg out to the side. Like a half wide-legged straddle. Right foot comes to the left inner thigh here, so as close up into the groin as you can bring it. If your right knee is really high up off the floor, this is a good place for a block. You can place it right underneath there. Go ahead and bring the left hand to the right knee, deep breath in. And on the breath out, find a side body stretch, right arm reaching up and over. So towards the left foot, doesn't matter how close you get it, but feel that stretch along the right side body. Now if your right knee is down, good on the mat, or good on your block, you feel secure, you can bring that left forearm to the inside of that left calf. Settle it down. Maybe you can open up the chest just a little more. Breathe here. You get all the way to those toes with the right hand, and you can grip those toes. Let the left hand do the same thing. Next breath in, start to rise up out of it. Let the right hand plant behind you, and on the breath out, just press into that left foot, press into the right knee, lift the hips up, stretch it back. Ooh, be careful on that block, mine slipped underneath me. And then slowly start to lower back down. We'll find it right on that other side. Right leg stretches out, left foot into the right inner thigh. Using that block if you need it. I don't really need it on mine. My knee is down, so I'm going to leave it off this time. Inhale the right hand over to the left knee and exhale side body when you're ready. Stretch it up, stretch it over. Pull that left shoulder back. And then maybe bringing that right forearm to the inside of your right calf if you choose. Open up the chest a little more. If you grab for those toes, get a nice little grip, maybe with both hands, and then see if you can open up that shoulder just a little bit more. All just options. You can always use a block right there underneath that forearm. So there's no right or wrong again, as long as it feels good. Breathe in, start to lift the left arm high, lower it behind you. Breathe out, just be mindful of your knees on that block. Lift those hips up, stretch it back. And then slowly releasing down. Take our seated spinal twist here to close things off. Right leg's going to extend forward. Left leg is going to bend, draw the knee into the chest. So placing the sole of the left foot right next to the right knee. Breathe in as you sit up nice and tall. Hug the knee in. Hug the knee really strong with that right arm. And on the breath out, start to twist to the left side. Now your left hand can sweep behind you to the wall, or maybe lower down right behind your back. Just press the palm into the floor. Press your left elbow into your spine. You can usually sit up a little bit taller here. Breathe in, lengthen. So lifting up through the neck, through the crown of the head, and exhale, maybe twist a little further. And then one more breath here. Inhale, draw back to center. Release the left leg out and start to bend into the right leg. Exhale, just pull it in. Hug it in nice and strong. Inhale as you start to wrap that left arm around. Hug it in close, and exhale, the right arm sweeps back. Find that twist. Right arm can lower. Right hand pressing into the mat behind you. Right elbow into your mid-back. Inhale, sit up tall and lengthen. And exhale, twist. And then one more breath. So to draw back through center, maybe crossing out the ankles, just letting those knees fall, taking a few hip circles here in one direction. You guys did great, I know it. Use this video anytime, maybe first thing in the morning or right before bed, whenever you need it, just to connect and just to feel good, physically, mentally, all of it. Namaste. Thanks, yogis.